on Sun Valley. Daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.
Hi everybody, it's Bryant Dunn with this week's episode of Sun Valley Today here on Eye on Sun Valley. Well, February is coming our way pretty quickly, but one of the busiest weeks of the winter is coming to the Wood River Valley first, and there's a lot going on. Well, one of the busiest weeks of the winter is upon us here in the Wood River Valley, including the Galena and the Trails Winter Benefit at the Sun Valley Inn's Limelight Ballroom on Saturday, January 25th. The celebration includes a 3-course dinner with wine, amazing auction packages, followed by live music and dancing with the High Street Party Band. Join the BCRD and the Nordic community for this wonderful community event and help raise crucial funds to support the maintenance and future of Galena Lodge and the Trails. Tickets are $100 per person and can be purchased through Megan Stevenson at the Blaine County Recreation District. You can contact Megan at 208-578-5459 or by email at mstevenson@bcrd.org. And starting Wednesday, January 29th and continuing through the week, the Sun Valley Nordic Festival returns to the Valley for the 47th year. The Sun Valley Nordic Festival offers daily events, including the opening ceremony and town sprints on Wednesday, a ski clinic on Thursday with the SVSEF Gold Team members, the Boulder Mountain Tour Expo on Friday, leading up to the Boulder Mountain Tour itself on Saturday, featuring nearly 800 Nordic racers on the Harriman Trail north of Ketchum. This annual event promises to once again be a wintertime highlight here in the Wood River Valley. And next Friday, January 31st, through Monday, February 4th, the Banff Mountain Film Fest returns to Ketchum and the Argyros Performing Arts Theater. The Banff Mountain Film Festival is an inspiring international film competition featuring the world's best footage on mountain subjects. The World Tour provides a first-class film experience for those who cannot make the annual trek to the Canadian Rockies. The Argyros hosts the 2020 tour, which marks the 20th year that the Banff Mountain Film Festival World Tour has come to the Sun Valley area. Don't miss 4 epic days filled with stories of remote journeys, groundbreaking expeditions, and cutting-edge adventures told through the eyes of adventurers, authors, photographers, and filmmakers from around the globe. Tickets are $24 each and can be purchased online at theargyros.org or at the box office. For show info, check out www.mountainfever.us. You know, Sun Valley Outfitters is Sun Valley's only full-service outfitter, offering daily fly fishing trips year-round. In addition to our summertime offerings of fly fishing trips and day hikes, daily horseback rides, big game and bird hunting, international angling services, and kids' adventure camps and kids' fly fishing camps. Sun Valley Outfitters is located here on Sun Valley Road in Ketchum next to Starbucks, so come pay us a visit or visit us online at sunvalleyoutfitters.com or give us a call at 208-928-SVID. That's 208-928-7843. Well, this is Bryant on the new edition of Sun Valley Today here on Eye on Sun Valley, and I can't wait to see you around our beautiful valley.
Cabanita Mex, dubbed by the locals as authentic, tasty Mexican food and drinks with a festive atmosphere and a pretty darn good sports bar too. Big screens all over. La Cabanita prides itself on their authentica cocina mexicana. Good food, very fast service, and delicious house recipes with those special Mexican spices. La Cabanita Mex, serving lunches, dinners, catering, company parties, and takeout. Ketchum and Bellevue. La Cabanita.
We're mods. We have coffee, we have pastries, we have clothing, we sell it all. We have a range of vintage clothing, high-end women's and everyday wear, ranging from Pendleton to fancy going-out dresses. Some clothing even dating back to the 20s.
Hi, I'm Jacob. My wife Tara and I are the owners of Mods. We're both a coffee shop and a clothing store. We use Harrison Insurance for everything. Business, auto, renters, even our little dog is insured.
The nuances of our unique business are covered with Harrison, and I don't think that I could have obtained that going to a big insurance company directly.
We feel that if something were to happen tomorrow, we'd be okay because we have Harrison Insurance to help us.
Harrison Insurance, for all of your insurance needs.
My name is Keith Perry, and my wife Paula and I are the owners of Perry's Restaurant, operating here since 1985, and we've grown to become a local institution here.
We make almost everything from scratch, including all our muffins, our cookies, our salad dressings. Everything is made to order.
Perry's is open daily at 7 a.m., serving hearty breakfasts, and lunchtime made-to-order sandwiches, soups, and salads, and premium beer and wine.
Hi, I'm Karen Bostic with Eye on Sun Valley. Thank you for joining us. I'm here today with Matt Green, who is the star of the acclaimed documentary film, The World Before Your Feet. And Matt was brought here by the Sun Valley Center for the Arts. Christine Bertal found him to provide a modern-day example of a Henry Day Thoreau in a project that they're doing on Henry David Thoreau, transcendentalism, a whole bunch of topics like that. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Now, good to be here.
I understand that you got started on this venture actually with a walk across America.
Yeah, in 2010, I had been working as a civil engineer. I'd been sitting at a desk inside, you know, under fluorescent lights all day. And I'd always been trying to figure out something else to do. And I finally decided I was going to quit my job and do this walk across America. So I started in New York, walked to Oregon, passed through Idaho along the way. And I just kind of followed internet directions all the way across the country and just saw whatever there was to see. You know, met people along the way, knocked on people's doors and asked them if I could camp in their yard, you know, found free places to stay. A really great adventure, yeah.
How did you pick the route?
I didn't pick the route. It was just internet directions.
Oh,
you know,
Google.
Just like you could get directions to go to the movie theater or whatever. They'll tell you how to get all the way across the country if you want.
Wow, okay. And this was a 5-month journey?
Yeah, it took 5 months from late March to late August 2010.
3,100 miles?
3,100 miles, yep. So, you know, country's a little wider up north.
All right.
Yeah, so
and did those Google directions ever fail you?
Well, you know, I made it and I'm alive, so I guess I didn't fail. There are times where there are things that look like roads on a map that turn out to not be roads. Sometimes they're fields, fields of wheat, or sometimes roads are flooded and they don't exist anymore. So yeah, I, you know, had to make some on-the-fly adjustments, but overall, I gotta say, it, you know, got me there.
What was the experience like for you?
Well, you know, so much you could say about it. I mean, it was a great reminder of how interesting the world is. It's not just, you know, the world's not just a few highlights that you try to get through all the boring places as quickly as you can in your car or your airplane so you can get to the exciting places. You know, walking is so slow that you're just immersed in everything around you, and you start to realize all the stuff you've been rushing through your whole life to get somewhere else. It's great to be there too, and to be moving slowly and to stop and look around and feel the air. And you know, it almost sounds a little cheesy to say in a way, but it really is a lesson you learn when you're just out there, out in the world with nothing separating you from your surroundings, that the world really is a beautiful place. And, you know, kind of along the same lines, the people of the world are wonderful people. I mean, you watch the news and you're going to come away depressed. But when you're out there and you're asking people for help, especially, you know, you need somewhere to stay, where can I put my tent tonight? Could I put it on your yard? You find how willing people are to help when they're faced with a problem that they can solve. You know, the big problems of the world can seem impossible and we can become callous to them, I think. But when there's a particular person who needs your help and you can help them, I think most people want to do that. And that's a great thing to remember at this time where we feel so divided.
So how many people would you say were willing to let you pitch a tent in their yard?
About 3 out of every 4 people would say yes, and a good chunk of them would invite me inside even and make me dinner and let me take a shower and let me do my laundry even. So yeah, it was amazing how I didn't really have a plan for how all that stuff would work, and it just kind of took care of itself. You know, when I needed something, someone would provide it.
And I understand one guy at least drove by you, ran home and fired up the barbecue and bought you dinner?
Yeah, you know, in addition to the people who I would ask them for help and they would let me stay with them, were all the people who would just see me walking down the road And I should mention I didn't have a backpack. I looked really weird. I was pushing a converted baby stroller with all my stuff in it. So I looked like somebody with some serious issues. And instead of being afraid of me and kind of fleeing the scene, it was amazing how many people would stop and just say, do you need something to eat? Like, are you thirsty? Is everything going okay? Do you need a ride? You know, people would think that I would want to ride sometimes. And yeah, some people, you know, because I'm in a rural area and I'm on the same road for a long time before I get to the next turn, they would see me, drive away, maybe pick up something to eat, bring it back and give it to me. And yeah, there was one father and son who even went home and fired up the grill and cooked me a sausage and brought it back and, you know, hunted me down on the road, brought me a beer and a Gatorade and a sausage.
So how were you able to finance this trip?
Well, I mean, I'd saved up a lot of money before I quit my engineering job. But what was amazing about it was actually how little it cost. I think altogether it cost probably about $1,500 for what was effectively a 5-month-long vacation. It was the happiest I'd been in my life also. So that really changed my perception of the world, that if I have $1,500, I could live for 5 months and be really fulfilled. And so that was a big change in my thinking about the world, to understand that maybe we don't need as much money as we think if we are willing to cut out things in life that we thought we needed that cost a lot of money.
What were a few of the things you saw along the way that stick in your mind?
Yeah, endless stuff. I mean, you know, there are certainly some spectacular places I happened to pass by along the Columbia River Gorge, Multnomah Falls in Oregon. But, you know, what was really amazing was the places that seemed like the middle of nowhere, that when you don't consider them the middle of nowhere and you just go there, they're really beautiful too. And it's that's the magic of the world. You know, it's not that impressive that you could travel a long way to see something spectacular. But what's amazing is that you can walk outside and just pay attention to something, and a plant with a bee landing on it. I mean, it sounds like not much, but there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of evolution and a lot of science is happening there. And if you just stop and think about it and you realize not just what's going on, but how much time people have spent trying to figure out what is happening in all these different realms of the world, it really becomes a place where you can't ever be bored.
No matter your taste or personal style, the shopping in Sun Valley has what you need for a day in the mountains or elegant night on the town. From bike sales, rentals, repair, outdoor accessories, and souvenirs to high-end, on-trend fashion and sportwear, including a hip modern women's boutique, there is something for everyone in the Sun Valley Village. Don't forget about the kids, as stepping foot in the toy store is a dream come true for the little ones. The Sun Valley Village shopping options blend a touch of European style with Main Street USA hospitality, all in a charming mountain town setting.
better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
The benefits that we see, some come right away. It's a full body experience, right? So we're treating the whole body. And like I say, whether I'm treating your toe or your brain, I'm treating the whole body. So every organ now, every cell in your body has enough oxygen to create the correct amount of energy and to fire and function properly.
Thank you for rejoining us. I'm here with Matt Green, who walked across America, and now we're going to hear about his next adventure. Matt, you got back to New York City and decided you weren't done walking.
Yeah, about a year and a half after I finished my cross-country walk, I started this next walking project, which was to walk every block of every street in the 5 boroughs of New York City. Amazingly, that's about 3 times the mileage of the distance across the country, all within this city. That's how big New York City is. So yeah, I've spent the last 8 years doing that. I'm almost at the end of it now. It's just lots of walking, lots of researching things, which is something I didn't do so much on my cross-country walk. Now I have a lot of resources at my fingertips. I can go on a computer. I can find a lot of information about seemingly insignificant things that I'm seeing. And so in the way that the world all becomes interesting when you pay attention to it, it becomes even more interesting when you start asking questions about these little things and realizing you can find out those answers, and it allows you to just go a lot deeper into your appreciation of the world.
Like what kinds of things?
Oh, I mean, everything from an odd-looking building. You can dig back into the history of that, find out not just when it was built, but what's happened there over the years, what groups have lived there, people, organizations have occupied it, businesses, little things, parts of the infrastructure of the city. To have this relatively small an area place where 8.5 million people live, there's so much that has to be going on behind the scenes to make that work, from the water supply to the trash collection, all those sorts of things. And there's all these pieces of evidence of those systems out there in the city that you kind of just walk past and never really pay attention to. But you start asking, what is that thing sticking out of a building that I see all the time? What is this thing I keep finding on the ground? What does this do? And so not only are you learning about the history of the city, but just how things work, how it is that 8.5 million people can live in these few islands that make up New York City.
I know you've found some interesting tree houses, bicycles up in the trees, and what was the deal about the fire hydrants?
Oh yeah, well, so it's not quite fire hydrants, but there are these things that come out of buildings, especially taller buildings. They're connections to the standpipe or the sprinkler system in the building. So basically they allow the fire department, in the event of a fire on a high floor, to come attach hoses and pump water into the building, rather than having to carry a hose in, lay it up a bunch of steps, which would take forever and would be dangerous. So anyway, this is a great example of something that you kind of see but don't pay any attention to. And I finally said, what are these things? And I kind of looked it up and I found out, oh, that's part of how you fight a fire in a tall building. That's actually a pretty neat thing. And then once you know what a thing is for, you start noticing more details about it. And so I start to realize that people use these for all sorts of things. It's basically a thing that comes out of the ground and then has a kind of flat area on the top. So people will use it to rest their coffee cups. People will sit on it. Take a break, a smoke break sometimes. They'll just go sit on these things because there's no public seating on a lot of streets. And then a lot of business owners don't want people sitting on these things. They don't want someone smoking a cigarette outside their business. So they put these devices on them. They're always these kind of homemade contraptions to keep people from sitting down. And they run the gamut from just kind of a little cage that prevents you from sitting there to like violent spiky things that someone welded together thinking like, I'd like to see someone try to sit on this. And it's almost comical how some of them look like this medieval torture chambers. And then I'll even see people take another step and they say, I want to sit there anyway. And they'll go to the corner where there's the free advertising newspapers and they'll pull a bunch of them out and they'll put them on top of the spikes. And you can see people sitting on a big pile of newspapers on top of spikes. Just that's how bad they wanted to sit down there. So, you're not just learning about how this thing works, but you're learning about human nature and things people do to prevent people from doing something and to do it anyway. And, that paints a little bit of a picture of humanity.
Now, what kind of experiences have you had walking through some of the neighborhoods, like the Jewish Orthodox neighborhoods or the Chinese neighborhoods?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, New York has so many different cultures there, and there's certain places that are so densely populated with another culture that you can almost feel like you're not in America. You know, you can see every storefront's in a different language, everything you hear is a different language, which is a really neat thing. And so it's in a way, it's like traveling outside the country while still being in New York. And at the same time, it's great because in a way it feels so foreign, but it also teaches you the lesson that no matter how different two cultures are, there's way more in common that these people have than differences. And, you know, if you do start to talk to someone, sometimes it's even hard to find someone who speaks English. And when you do find that person, you start to realize, gosh, we're really not that different, you know? We use different languages, you know, we have some different customs, but we all really care about the same things. And you start to realize by just, you know, showing your respect and paying respect to different people and different cultures, the same thing comes right back to you. And it really makes you feel this connection with other people at a time where things can feel so divisive. It's great to remember how much humans have in common. And
I understand you've even become a helpmate to some of the Jewish people on the Sabbath, right?
Oh yeah, so one thing that happens if you're in an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, you know, a lot of times they won't turn on lights during the Sabbath, for example, or turn on any kind of electrical device. And so this has happened to me and other friends of mine who've happened to be walking through similar neighborhoods. Sometimes there'll be someone waiting outside a house, because I remember one time it was Yom Kippur. It was in September, and it was an unseasonably hot day. And this family hadn't turned their air conditioner on. It was so hot in the house. And so he was just standing outside the house waiting for someone who wasn't an Orthodox Jew to walk by and say, could you come into my house and turn my air conditioner on for me? And it's this great bridging of these cultures, you know. Someone needs help and someone's there to give help. And all of a sudden, you have two people who might not otherwise see eye to eye on something, and they realize, oh, look, you live in a house, everything, you know, you have the same kind of life I did, more or less, except you need someone to turn on your air conditioner, and, you know, they'll give me a cold drink or something to say thanks. And, you know, just those little moments build up from between different cultures, and again, just remind you how much we all have in common.
And I understand you're living in different places by cat sitting, plant sitting. You've got almost 9,000 miles under your feet in New York.
Yeah.
A couple hundred to go.
Yeah, yeah.
How's it after 8 years?
Yeah.
How's it going to feel to see it come to an end?
I don't know. You know, I don't have my own apartment. I stay in all kinds of different places, watch cats, house sit for people, just crash on a friend's couch sometimes. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's really coming to an end. I mean, you know, you can decide to stop doing something, or you cannot. And, you know, the walk of every block of New York will end at some point, but I can keep walking. I can keep living the same lifestyle if that's what feels right. So, yeah, I think, you know, you don't have to stop doing anything in life unless you choose to.
Okay, and you can see his film, Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yes, streaming on Amazon Prime.
You've also got a website, people?
Got a website, yeah. So the film's called The World Before Your Feet, as you said. And my website's imjustwalking.com. Or you can go see weird pictures of things in New York. And if you go back far enough, you can find photos from my cross-country walk, too.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Matt.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us, too. I'm Karen Bosick with Eye on Sun Valley. Until next time, I'm keeping my eye on Sun Valley for you.
Edge Event Productions proudly provides audio and visual solutions for your private party or event, your wedding or special banquet. With top quality audio and lighting, you won't regret choosing Edge. They'll simply custom and create an event design suitable for your party, your budget, and work with you through the entire process. Their stage production services are guaranteed to help make your event a success. With powerful, crystal clear sound and years of mixing experience, they're an ideal choice for this community, whether it's a band, a DJ, a big event promoter to host a large event either indoors or outdoors. Lighting and sound are so important to a party. Take your party to the next level with Edge Event Productions. Reach out to Andy at edgeeventproductions.com. That's Andy at edgeeventproductions.com.
I remember going to the doctor when I was a kid. He knew me, I knew him. It was really simple. And then medicine changed with more expensive labs, medications, bigger clinics, and not enough time to explain it all.
Direct primary care came along, outside the insurance system and affordable. I'm Dr. Tom Archie. At InterHealth MD, we spend the time we need building collaborative relationships. We bypass the insurance, lab, and pharmaceutical industries and pass on the savings to our patients. At our office, common labs can cost $5 to $10, and in our pharmacy, generic prescriptions often cost less than $5. Our family practice treats fractures, lacerations, and sports injuries, teaches prevention, and coordinates acute and chronic care. We don't accept insurance. Our patients pay a monthly fee that is less than a cable bill. With acupuncture, herbs, Class 4 cold laser, and a holistic, functional medicine approach, InterHealth MD is family medicine like it used to be. Affordable, personal, and looking to the future.
Welcome to Pure Body Bliss, your home in Haley for extraordinary movement training. Pilates, yoga, and fusion classes, as well as incredible massage. We specialize in private and semi-private sessions, dynamic group classes, and exceptional massage techniques to both realign and relax. At Pure Body Bliss, we have something for everyone, including restorative yoga, core-focused Pilates, and our studio-exclusive high-intensity burn classes, just to name a few. All taught by patient and highly educated professionals with thousands of hours of teaching experience. Have fun, work hard, sweat, then relax, restore, and rejuvenate, all in one beautiful setting. Solidify your resolutions with our complete unlimited membership. At Pure Body Bliss, we love your body.
Family heritage, quite frankly, it's made us who we are today. We are proud to be Idahoan and proud to be an American. Back to the 1800s, our Idahoan generations would agree. It's been quite an exploration, a real adventure for our families. Farming, cattle ranching, serving the armed forces. We believe every generation should strive for betterment. From our family to yours, dig deep into your heritage. Explore it, live it, learn from it, pass it on. Audio Innovations is an innovative audio-visual company that designs, integrates, and simplifies a truly custom system to keep you comfortable, entertained, and secure in your own home. Audio Innovations TJ's Electric offers a variety of services, from phone systems to lighting control systems, HVAC systems, home theater, electrical, audio, and video, drapery systems, and more. Audio Innovations, 91 East Croy Street, Alturas Plaza, in Haley.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
band of swashbuckling merrymen have invaded the Wood River Valley. I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, coming to you from the Campion Ice House, where tonight your Sun Valley Suns take on Bobby Fairley's East Coast Gutter Snipes. The Suns have an undefeated record on the line, and the Gutter Snipes are looking to knock them off that pedestal. Check out the exciting action and stick around for the interviews with the players after the game. I'm ringside here at the Campion Ice House, where we just watched the Gutter Snipes and the Suns wrap up a great weekend of hockey. Suns taking the game on Friday night 5-4. Gutter Snipes taking tonight's game 7-5. Bobby, what a great game.
A great game, great series. You know, it's just so much fun for us to come out from the East Coast. We bring a lot of guys from Pittsburgh with us, a lot of guys from Boston. I brought Chris, he's a kid from my hometown, Chris Johnson. Played at St. Mike's and had played a great game tonight. But it's so much fun for everyone to come up here and play Cubby's team and the Suns. And it's such good condition. They're such good hockey players. They're well coached. And it's just a lot of fun for us. It's a blast.
Great, Chris. You were standing on your head tonight. You knew going into this. You played last night and tonight. What was the key out there?
Well, this is my first year out here, so I didn't really know what to expect. But these guys are a pretty good team, and they're fast. And they fly out there. So I kind of just try to get back to what I did in college, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah, Doug, you guys won last night. Came out maybe a little flat tonight, but it's about more than the hockey this weekend, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's mostly about the skiing, maybe a little bit of
stuff after the game and just having fun with these guys. It's awesome. They come out every year, and it's the best weekend every year. It's a great time.
Right. Cub, what's it mean to you to have these guys come out here and play at such a high level of hockey?
Oh, it means a lot just to have them come. Bobby and I go way back, and they have his group. I got out-coached again, So, this weekend's one of the highlights of the year. So, and it means a lot for the community, too. So it was the fan support was awesome. Appreciate what you guys do. Okay, and I'll take the loss tonight because my guys came out from the opening bell and played hard.
Yeah, they did play hard. And I got to tell you, they played so hard that third pair. We were sweating bullets. We had a 5-1 lead, and all of a sudden it evaporated. And it was nerve-wracking, and it was everything we could do to get out of here with a win tonight. But also, great honor to be here for this weekend where they honored Jeff Cordes at the Mountain Express, who's been such a big fan of the Suns and such a great writer. Just great to be here. Thanks, Cup. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely a legend, and it is special to honor him tonight. Chris, your first time out here, but I know your teammates are like the ones that have been here. They love this weekend, don't they?
Oh yeah, it seems like the town loves them too. We every restaurant we go into, they're first name basis, so it's awesome to see.
Yeah, great. And how about this crowd, Doug? I mean, this place was jammed, and they're making a lot of noise. How cool is that?
It was phenomenal. As soon as we started to make our comeback there, they were in it, and it really pushed us along. It was fantastic.
That's awesome. Well, again, thanks for treating us to a weekend of amazing hockey, and we'll see you out of here again next year, right, Coach?
Next year, right?
All right. I'm Michael David with Eye on Sun Valley Sports, keeping my eye on the Sun Valley Suns and the Gutter Snipes for you.
Sterling Urgent Care is now open at 507 South Main Street in Haley. Sterling Urgent Care is helping create a better healthcare experience. All patients are welcome. They accept most major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. They also accept self-pay patients and offer a membership program to help you take control of your healthcare costs. Sterling Urgent Care invites you to visit them at their beautiful new facility in Haley. Or learn more at sterlingurgentcare.com. Healthcare created with you in mind.
Hi, I'm Anita Northwood. I live here in the Sun Valley area, and I have been inspired to create Silver Creek Assisted Living for your family. I'm inspired by my family, and we hope you will all come and take a tour of this place and understand that this is the place where your loved one should be. This is what brings us all joy and what we're the best at. Your family is our family, so come join us. Silver Creek Living is a wonderful place. It's not just about compassionate senior care. It is the best place for you to bring your loved one. We provide a beautiful environment where your family is our family. We have great food, fun activities, lots of entertainment. You can socialize with their peers, bring your family, and yet feel that you're in a beautiful, safe environment, while you can still have fun while knowing that you're well taken care of with the best of care. This could be the next best chapter in your family member's life.
I guess I'm one of the younger ones there at the connection. I just love to go listen to their stories. I have a lot of respect for those people, and there's a World War II bomber pilot, artists, construction workers, retired CEOs. One of the guys that sits at our table was an avid motorcycle rider. About 30 years ago, he had a pretty horrific accident. He was in a coma for about a month and hasn't ridden since. Recently, we got him up to the Wagon Days parade. I took him on the parade route, got him in my sidecar. He said that was one of the best days of his life.
No matter your taste or personal style, the shopping in Sun Valley has what you need for a day in the mountains or elegant night on the town. From bike sales, rentals, repair, outdoor accessories, and souvenirs to high-end, on-trend fashion and sportwear, including a hip, modern women's boutique, there is something for everyone in the Sun Valley Village. Don't forget about the kids, as stepping foot in the toy store is a dream come true for the little ones. The Sun Valley Village shopping options blend a touch of European style with Main Street USA hospitality, all in a charming mountain town setting.
Are you like me and can't stand paying your insurance bill? Just when you pay all your bills for the month, then along comes that dreaded insurance bill, putting the hurt on your checking account. Hello, I'm Mark Balkos, president of Wood River Insurance. That's why Wood River Insurance is an independent insurance agency. This means we have a multiple of insurance companies we offer to our clients. This allows us to hold the insurance companies accountable for coverage, service, and most important of all, pricing. When I started in this business 33 years ago, I only represented one company to my customers. And after a while, I felt as though my hands were tied when trying to be as competitive as I could. As an independent insurance agency, we represent you to the insurance company, not the insurance company to you. This allows Wood River Insurance to be as competitive as possible. So call us today at 208-788-1100 and let Wood River Insurance represent you.
Hi, I'm Karen Bartik with Eye on Sun Valley. I'm here at the annual Empty Bowls, which is the big fundraiser for the Hunger Coalition. I picked a bowl that was made by community members. It's got flowers inside, all kinds of cool stuff, and on the outside, look how cool that is. Somebody made that. Anyway, there's gallons and gallons of different kinds of soup here. I'm gonna try the red curry winter vegetable that CK's donated. Yum, yum. Thank you. A little dollop of sour cream, and I'm ready to go.
Kristen McMahon, the Communications and Development Supervisor for the Hunger Coalition, and we're here at Empty Bowls celebrating the 10th annual Empty Bowls, and we've had a wild turnout where there's only about 20 bowls left of 400, so it seems like there might even be a record turnout this year. Historically, we generally raise between $6,000 and $7,000 just from the community generosity, and this event really epitomizes our spirit of building community through food. So we're just so grateful for everybody who turns out and gets to enjoy, beautiful artwork, beautiful array of food, and all on behalf of our neighbors who are struggling to afford food themselves.
My name is Sandra Flattery, and I have been coming to Empty Bowls since the very first one. I have not missed a year. I love this event, and after a wonderful morning skiing on our gorgeous mountain with good friends, I rushed over to get my beautiful lentil soup and my salad, which Karen points out happens to match my shirt today. I love this benefit for the Hunger Coalition. I love the food. I love the participation of all the local restaurants and all the people who come to share in this benefit to raise money for our most needed nonprofit in the Valley.
Well, my name is Mark Inouye. I'm the pastor here at Church of the Big Wood, and we have the privilege of hosting this Empty Bowls event every year. I love it. I love it for lots of reasons. I love it because today I got to have 5 different kinds of soups and salads, and the food is fabulous. I love it because I get to be with some friends and we get to be together. And but most of all, what I love is the fact that the community comes together to support a wonderful organization, one that we think is at our church is doing great work, and we're happy to be involved with. So we love it. It's my 5th year. We have 10 bowls at my house now, and it's always a joy.
I'm Maya Urkis. I really enjoy this event. The Hunger Coalition is truly one of my favorite nonprofits in the Valley. They do such a tremendous job for our neighbors, and I am so impressed with all of the vendors that we have this year. When I looked at the list on Eye on Sun Valley, I said to my husband, wow, I think there's almost twice as many as there were last year. So it's very, very hard to choose what to eat because I couldn't possibly eat all of it. So my husband had clam chowder, and of course I had to take some of his clam chowder. Then he wanted some of my roll. I wasn't so sure I was going to give him any, but I did. So it's just a tremendous event. I had the pozole. I had the meat chili from Mahoney's. Oh my gosh. I had the salads from the Haven. And I'm trying to not eat sweets this month. So I did snitch some of my husband's cookie. So I'm really hoping that the Hunger Coalition will raise a great deal of funds. We also contributed to the drive that the churches are putting on to purchase cases of soups for the Hunger Coalition. So hopefully that effort will also be very beneficial.
My name's Pete Stevenson. I've been coming to this thing for, I'll bet you, since it started, and maybe missed 1 or 2 years. It's always exciting that we host it here. I'm a member of the church, and we look forward to it every year and really look forward to something else that helps the community as far as the Hunger Coalition, which we're kind of a part of and host things here as well. Wouldn't miss it. The food's about the best you're going to get at one time in one place. And then you get to see people you haven't seen for, well, I ran into a guy named Phil Lipton that I haven't seen for 15 years. And so that was always kind of fun. But anyway, for those of you who are going to listen to what I have to say, come on down next year. It's a whole lot of fun. Bye.
I'm Susan Blair, and this is my 5th year in attending this wonderful event. And every year it just gets better and better, and the food gets even better and better, and the organization gets better and better. And this year we lined up beautifully, and we then walked in very carefully here, and there's more room inside here also, and the church is beautiful. It is always on a sunny Sunday. I know that. And it has been my pleasure to have been part of the Hunger Coalition for many, many years. And even when I don't find a parking spot, and there's a lot of griping about no parking spots here because everybody and his mother comes out for this. 1 year, it must have been 4 years ago, I couldn't find a parking spot, and I gave my check to a stranger walking in the parking lot and said, would you take this in from me? And then I drove away. Today I have the most wonderful parking spot at the Y, and just it's terrific. And I'm very happy to be here and can't wait to hear the results, because every single year the number is staggering for how many people show up for this, how many participate with the food. The food is always outstanding, and the restaurants that partake in this are so generous with their time, and the people who volunteer in the kitchen, who wash dishes, who probably might have help at home washing the dishes, are doing it here. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, there you have it, folks. The 10th annual Empty Bowls is just about a wrap. We went through a record number of people this year, went through 400 bowls. There's nothing to take back and save for next year, so you'll all have to come out and help Boulder Mountain Clayworks make bowls for next year's event. We went through beer and cheese soup, red lentil curry, even some ribs this year. So, don't forget, save up your appetite for the 11th annual Empty Bowls 2021, the month of January. I'm Karen Bosick with Eye on Sun Valley. Until next time, I'm keeping my eye on Sun Valley for you.
Hi, I'm Gary, manager of the Attic Thrift Store in Haley, and today I'm not here to sell you anything or tell you about any great deals at the Attic. We all know the Attic always has great deals. That goes without saying. Instead, the Attic and its staff would like to give a sincere thank you to all its loyal customers and generous donors who help to make a huge impact in our community. How? For those who don't know, the Attic Thrift Store is a nonprofit that exists to help support the advocates whose mission is to teach people of all ages to build and maintain healthy relationships through education, shelter, and support services. With your help, we are making a difference in ending domestic violence and sexual assault. Every day, lives are changed at The Advocates. Please visit our website at www.theadvocatesorg.org. So from all of us, thank you for shopping and donating to The Attic. You're truly...
Are you tired of being tired? Wouldn't you like to have more energy and not be so run down? Hi, I'm Dr. John Calvert with Sun Valley Smile Designs and Dental Sleep Health. That's right, a dentist who treats sleep breathing disorders and sleep apnea. You may be one of the millions of people that suffer from sleep apnea, depriving you of the quality of sleep that you need. You may not be aware of the serious physical problems with untreated sleep apnea. High blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke are just a few. For those of you that have sleep apnea but are just not able to tolerate your CPAP unit, there is help right here in Ketchum. I have over 17 years of advanced training in sleep health, and I can treat your sleep apnea, including annoying snoring, from beginning diagnosis all the way through treatment. No need to travel hours away for overnight sleep studies. I'll provide you with a complimentary, complete computer airway evaluation and consultation. Give my office a call, and I can help you feel more rested and have more energy. Sleep well, live well. Come see us at Sun Valley Smile Designs and Sun Valley Sleep Health.
I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got in here, and since then I haven't had any problems with anxiety, depression. I've just been here enjoying.
Hi, I'm Karen Bosick with Ion Sun Valley. I'm standing outside the new transitional housing space that the Advocates just completed in Haley. It's a really cool building. They really put a lot of thought into it. It's made out of a special plastic that is virtually indestructible. They will never need to paint it. And inside there's more of the same. Floors that are very durable, easy to clean, walls, appliances, all the same way. And the best part, in this community at least, even pets are allowed. Let's find out more about it.
Hi, I'm Shannon Nichols. I'm the Director of Development and Engagement at the Advocates. And the Advocates have been in the Valley for over 30 years with the shelter and outreach services. But what we've known and what the domestic violence community has known is that we need to have a more long-term, comprehensive approach to ending violence in people's homes. And that's where this idea of transitional housing came from. So now, in addition to our crisis services such as shelter, 24-hour helpline, now we're able to help our clients take the next step into raising their families in a violence-free home and by living in transitional housing. One thing that we are just so unbelievably grateful for is our generous community. We've had the Black and White Soiree in our community every June for the last 10 years. And with our capital campaign, we had a lead donation that really got us rolling. We also have a match donation going right now, so any person who makes a gift will be matched 1-to-1 up to $450,000. So if we can match that, we will be done with our 5.5 capital campaign, and at the end of that, we'll have 22 new transitional apartments available to clients, and we'll also have a client service center. We're so close, and we just need our community members to step up. If every single one of us donates what they can, I know that we can make this a reality, and that we can offer security and safety to whomever clients that need our services.
Hi, I'm Tricia Swartling, CEO of The Advocates, and we're filming in our new building at 211 South River Street. We're really excited. It's our new home for our Client Services Center and our 12 new units of transitional housing. And thank you to the community for making this happen. It's been a dream of the Advocates for about 2 years to get this project up and running, and we opened just in the last week or so, and we have, I think, 10 or 12 people, maybe even more, living in the housing. And it's meeting an urgent community need for transitional housing for our clients, because previous to opening this building, they had no place to go if they were needing a place to live while they were waiting for a long-term housing unit to open up in the community. So we're really excited to be here, and we really thank the community for making this happen. The building we're in right now is phase 1 of a 2-phase project, which the second phase is under construction right now, and it will be a 6-unit apartment building that will be open in about a year next summer. So once that building is completed, we will have a campus of the Advocates Housing Services that will be 18 units of transitional housing, and then include our shorter term shelter, which is for emergency sheltering, and then also an annex building that we can house women who have pets and older children.
I'm Tom Archie. I serve as the president of the board of directors for the Advocates, and I've served on the board for 6.5 years. About 4 or 5 years ago, at a brainstorming session for our strategic planning at the time, we identified the need to create affordable housing for our clients who had been in the shelter and were looking for a rental apartment in a very tight rental market, or waiting for federally subsidized housing. And both of those take about 8 to 10 months to materialize. And so we came up with the idea of looking for housing to serve as transitional housing. When we went looking out in the nation for other examples, we found that there really aren't very many. And we realized that we were embarking on an innovative concept. And so beginning with a fourplex, we got our feet wet, we made a successful program, and quickly developed a backlog of some 15 to 25 individuals and families. That led to the Safe Housing Campaign, which has produced phase 1, which is the building down in Haley, where the Advocate's office has moved into the bottom floor, and we have 12 apartments for clients who are looking to remain in the valley after being in shelter, continue their lives, and be able to not have to stay in a dangerous domestic violence situation. We are building phase 2, which will be 6 more apartments on the same plot of land. That should be finished next week. We're really excited about it. It serves the purpose of fulfilling the image of a bridge for an individual or family who is considering leaving a dangerous situation, getting into their own independent living situation by way of shelter without having to leave the valley while waiting for rental apartments to come available.
Hi, my name is Colleen Clark, and I am the Transitional Housing Manager here at the Advocates. For the past 4 weeks, this is a fairly new position for me. We've been moving people in, and we're very excited. One question that I've been getting a little bit from the community is, what is transitional housing? So here at the Advocates, we are here to serve people that are survivors of domestic violence, stalking, sexual assault. And part of transitional housing is that we are able to sort of build a wall of support around people while they're also able to maintain economic stability and build economic stability. So one of the things that has been happening is here right now is that people are moving in, and some people are only coming with their clothes. And so we're moving in furniture. We've gotten some great donations from members of the community, and helping people sort of build their own autonomy, because autonomy is empowerment.
I hope you enjoyed this peek at the Advocates' new housing. I'm Karen Bosick with Eye on Sun Valley. Until next time, I'm keeping my eye on Sun Valley for you.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.